Hello, Stacy here again. Today I would like to just take you kind of through a little adventure of my life of rocks. I have a bunch. I'm going to show you kind of a little bit of what I had. Yeah, so here we go. So all of my rocks I have collected throughout Michigan. A couple times we've gone to California and on vacation and came back with suitcases of rocks. This is just a small example. I have, like I said before, so many rocks in my basement in buckets that I still have to go through. Rocks in my house, rocks in my yard, rocks in my plants, rocks in glass jars with mushrooms. That is a fake mushroom, by the way, by a local artist named Gwen Frostick. So here we go. Here's a hagstone that I found on Lake Michigan. Here I have a bunch of other fossils. I will show you some here. And this here has some shells in it. I do have one with a trilobite in it, but I am a teacher, and that is in my classroom for the kids to look at. Here's a giant horn coral still connected on here. Some other pieces in there. I have lots of horn coral like this. And Petoskey is our state rock. So I have quite a few Petoskey's as well. This one I'm kind of convinced myself it is an old clamshell. The way that it's shaped. I have another one that's very similar to this that I know is a clamshell. This here, a piece of coral. I just love the shine and sparkle. Over here are some of my really shiny ones, whatever you may call them. Most of these were found up north on the shores of Lake Huron. We got a cabin up on Boyce Blank Island, and every year we go up there. We just sit on the beach and crack rocks and find lots of good little treasures. This is one of my favorites. This reminds me of the desert, the coloring in it and the way that it's stacked. This one here is absolutely beautiful. Most of these sit in my kitchen window to catch the light, and I just have a thing for prisms and sparkly rocks, but not diamonds. I'm not a fan of those. This is one of my favorite ones. It's a nice big one. Over here I have a giant cold water agate, I believe is what it is called. Try to set this up here. So what? You playing catch with Rosie? It's pretty cold out today. Yesterday it was a lot warmer. Today it is about 38 degrees right now. This beast is heavy. This is quite heavy. Sorry about that. I have some more cold water agates here. At least that's what we call them. I have a rock book, but I can't remember every name. This one's different. This is one of the rocks that I found in a pine tree field that I was talking about yesterday. Another cold water agate, I believe. This one weighs probably about, I would say about 10-12 pounds. Undies, do you gotta go potty?
No, I can't hold it.
Okay. This is one of the ones I recently brought home from California. Just love how glossy it is and the colors, and kind of reminds me of like climbing mountains. And brought back this one as well. Again, just really waxy. And the interesting thing, when I washed these, they stunk. They stunk like an old ashtray almost. Not really sure why that would be. Maybe iron ore or other fossil fuels. This one I found, I believe, was in the pine tree field also. It's got a couple nice little quartz crystals in there. It's also really waxy and just feels good in your hand. Same with this one here. It's got some markings and banding in there. And of course, what I like to call my fire starters. I have a bunch of these. They're all kind of laying around. This one I got in the desert also. It reminds me of the desert. The colors, the mountains. I absolutely love the desert. I would love to eventually live there with my traveling outdoor education course, bringing that to campgrounds and wherever else. Some other beautiful quartz in there. And in this jar here, once it unfogs, I have a bunch of just randoms, fossils, feldspar, jasper, Petoskey, What, Viv? 1 second, baby. I don't really want to reach my hand in there because that's fragile. But generally, this does not have water in it. It is outside with a few other rocks, and over the winter time, it just collects condensation. And I will bring you over here to show you some that I still have yet to do much with. Lots of quartz and honeycomb fossils. I'm a big believer in quartz and its protection properties, if you all believe in that stuff. This one's got a bunch of nice fossils in it that I would like to eventually take the time and maybe pick out of there. What, Viv? What's up? Just a minute. What? What?
Come down here.
No. What? You want that table? That car table?
And this and like down two. And that too. My pink
Okay.
plane too. And this too.
Alright, let's finish this and we'll get those out. I got buckets like this all over, full of
Water?
different rocks and...
Water? And water?
Yep, there's water in there.
Why?
From the rain.
But why is there water in there?
From the rain.
But why?
Because it sit outside under the deck over here.
Why?
Because Mama's got no more room left for rocks. In here, I keep a lot of my fossils in here. And the more fragile ones. I have about 8 of these buckets.
Mom, look it. Mom, look it.
Be careful.
Okay. I'm hanging on.
So yeah, I love doing this, especially with my daughter and my family. We all like going out to the beach and we'll just sit there and park our butts in the sand and go through rocks. Especially up on the island, we can sit right there on the beach and crack rocks open and find all different fossils and a bunch of cool stuff. If anybody's ever in Michigan and wants a good rock hunting spot, you let me know. We go in ditches, we go on roads after rainy days, we go to lakes.